Today, Colorado lawmakers approved a bill that would give UNC the rest of the money they need to open the new College of Osteopathic Medicine. The bill allocates $127 million for construction startup and accreditation expenses. It will also give $41 million to a reserve fund. But all of this new funding marks the end for one historic building on campus.
In the heart of UNC's campus stands a building. Weathered by time, this building is more than just bricks and empty classrooms. It stands as a symbol to Northern Colorado's history, education, and all the lives it's touched. This is Bishop-Lehr Hall.
Named in honor of retired professors Ralph Bishop and Elizabeth Lehr, the hall stands as a lasting tribute to their impact both on the university and the surrounding community. Back when the university was known as Colorado State College, the lab school was first created in Kepner Hall around 1912. However, as the student body grew, so did the need for a larger space.
The new laboratory school would house College High School, Ernest Horn Elementary, and the Special Education School, while also serving as a facility for education majors.
In 1961, construction started on land once owned by prominent Greeley banker and community leader, marking the new chapter in the university's history, West Campus. The building was carefully planned to ensure that every room would be used throughout the day, considering the needs of special education students who may face challenges with stairs. A closed-circuited television system also allowed college students to observe lab activities without disturbing ongoing classes. The original concept for the building revolved around the library. It was designed with separate sections for elementary and secondary students, ensuring efficient service by the same librarians to both groups. In total, the library held an impressive collection of 15,000 books. In the center of Bishop-Lehr, there was an open courtyard which contained a small pond and a natural habitat for small animals and plants. Adding to its charm, the courtyard also had a tropical greenhouse.
And we were able to put rabbits and snakes and turtles, and we had a little pond that we put koi fish in.
Another unique feature of the building are the classrooms. They both have inside and outside entrances, which allow these balconies to be additional classroom space.
Every classroom had been specifically adapted to serve a specific age group. For example, the counters and sinks are positioned at heights suitable for students. Chalkboards are placed throughout the classrooms, expanding teaching areas. And additionally, the lunchroom served as a dual purpose, accommodating homemaking classes held in small classrooms located on the sides of the walls. In September of 1961, as construction continued, plans were made for the elementary and secondary students to start transitioning to the completed sections of the building. By May 1962, construction of the building had been fully completed with an investment totaling $2,100,000. At its dedication, the Bishop-Lehr Hall was called a critical asset to Colorado's educational structure. Dr. Harold Haswell, director of Higher Education Program Branch, talked about the ongoing teacher shortage and the need for qualified teachers.
This school would play a significant role in shaping the future of education in Colorado by providing in-class experience to 10,000 beginning teachers, improving educational quality and relieving overcrowded classrooms.
In the year 2000, the university planned to cut funding from the lab school, sparking outrage among parents who felt betrayed. Negotiation followed, with parents asking for another year to find alternatives. Despite these efforts, the lab school closed down a year later, and Colorado legislators approved UNC to renovate the building.
We were sad about it because we were going to send our kids to school here, and we're hoping that they could come to this building, but actually they went to UH, but it was out at the new building.
The Bishop-Lehr Hall was initially intended to become the university's main student center, where offices like financial aid, dean of students, and various multicultural centers would be placed. But the proposal faced backlash over students believing it downgraded their individuality. Afterwards, plans for the renovation fell through, leaving Bishop-Lehr empty for years.
We keep very minimal heat in the wintertime and only do rounds basically to make sure something bad hasn't happened.
Over the next couple of years, the building had gained a reputation of being filled with asbestos, paranormal activity, and even tales of a homeless man living in the ceilings.
I can tell you I've come over here by myself a lot, and it can be spooky. I always have my flashlight, and if I'm feeling spooked, I have a knife.
In recent years, the Bishop-Lehr Hall has found a new purpose as a training facility for the UNC Police Department, providing resources for tactical scenarios and emergency response training.
We've done some training with less lethal rounds, which is commonly called the beanbag rounds.
Additionally, the building has become a storage space for various university departments and sports teams. The gym now houses equipment like old helmets, batting cages, and various golf supplies, while the theater department uses the auditorium for storing old set pieces and props from past UNC productions.
And we store any usually large items that we don't have room for in Fraser. So furniture, larger props, like big pieces like chairs and tables.
With the need for healthcare professionals rising, UNC has begun a new initiative to expand its curriculum by establishing a College of Osteopathic Medicine at the university while putting the storage building to use.
It's long overdue.
Plans for the new building is expected to be placed where Bishop-Lehr is currently located. The structure isn't suitable for a new learning environment, and it'll be demolished and rebuilt as a part of the new project.
You know, it's a lot of good memories, but if it's going to be put to good use, like the med school, I think it's a great thing.
We're excited about the new building, but also kind of sad. This is an old building, and you know it's been here for a long time, and we've done a lot of things here, so it's a little piece of our home. But sometimes you have to let go of the old and grasp the new. So the new will be coming, and we're excited for that.
Osteopathic medicine prioritizes the management of the entire person rather than just the symptoms. Its focus lies on preventative health care. With bipartisan support from the state, UNC is expected to have its first class of students by fall 2026.
For many, Bishop-Lehr Hall wasn't just a school. It was a place for long-lasting memories, growth, connection, and love.
Here, students found a supportive community, dedicated teachers, and a building that fostered both academic excellence and personal development.
These are my best memories in this building right here.
It was really, I think, important that we had a laboratory school for the training of teachers, and I enjoyed working with the UNC students a lot when I was a student here. And when I went through the education program here, I came back and did some work here at this school as a graduate. That was really special.
As we say goodbye to the lab school, we recognize its lasting impact on countless lives as students and teachers who's walked its halls. From Bear News, this is Tatiana Williams.
Thank you, Tatiana. That was quite the history lesson. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I didn't know that Bishop-Lehr has been used for like so many different things. I do remember actually going to it for COVID testing during our freshman or sophomore year, but yeah, that's the only time I think I've ever been over there.
Well, that's quite a first impression. I have never been there. So that's my history. So once again, thanks, Tatiana. I actually really like seeing the inside of it. That was pretty cool.